It remains the most famous, the most controversial, and ultimately the most influential basketball game in the history of the Olympics. A game that produced 3 different endings and a final outcome which left both teams declaring victory. The 1972 Men's Basketball Championship game pitted 2 previously undefeated teams representing the world's 2 superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. Entering the contest, the United States had never lost a game in Olympic history, 63 straight basketball victories, and they were determined to keep that perfect streak intact. But a tall, talented, and well-disciplined Soviet team, which had placed second to the U.S. in 4 of the 5 previous Olympics, was equally determined to spoil it. With 6 minutes to play, the Soviet squad led by 8. Then the U.S. launched a furious full-court press, reversing the momentum. With 30 seconds to play, the Soviet lead shrunk to 1 point. Then U.S. guard Doug Collins stole a pass and was fouled hard going to the basket. So hard, in fact, that he nearly lost consciousness. Calling the game for ABC were Chris Schenkel and Frank Gifford.
That's the story. 49, 48, 3 seconds on the clock. He will be shooting 2 fouls. Doug Collins, and what pressure you put on a young man. He's 4 for 4 for the night. He was the 3rd leading scorer in the nation. This place goes insane. Doug Collins has tied it up. We never saw the official indicate that foul, but Doug Collins has perhaps won the game. 2 seconds. Bedlam has taken over here at the basketball hall.
The Soviets attempted to call a timeout, which was not allowed in that situation by rule. They inbounded the ball, which was deflected, and it appeared the United States had won.
Well, now you have me totally confused. They're changing the clock is what they're doing. They're going back to 3 seconds is what the PA announcer said. So we'll have to speculate that it's all over. What a finish, the United States winning their 8th consecutive gold medal. This place has gone crazy.
But the Soviet team had stormed the court in protest during the play, and an official had stopped the clock with 1 second left.
Now we're being told the scoreboard is not correct. And they are running the clock down as Hank Ivan comes to the bench to get the official count. The horn has sounded, but apparently they're going to move the clock back down to the 3 seconds that was indicated was official. Well, confusion reigns, but the United States still, they have that 1-point lead, 50-49, as a result of 2 pressure-packed foul shots by Doug Collins of Illinois State.
The Soviets were allowed to inbound the ball for a second time, which they did, again failing to score. The Americans had won again, or had they? As U.S. players and fans celebrated, an international amateur basketball official intervened. Although he had no authority over the game, he nonetheless overruled court officials and ordered the clock set back to 3 seconds. Once more, the Soviets launched a full-court pass, and this time, forward Alexander Belov caught the pass between 2 U.S. defenders, whirled, and laid it in just before the final buzzer.
Alexander Belov, they're going to try. Alexander Belov between 2 American defenders. Back there with him, Jim Ford and McMillan, and the Russian team has mobbed Alexander Belov. And this time it is over.
Final score, USSR 51, U.S. 50.
You know, we've covered a lot of basketball games over the years for ABC, and I don't think there's a basketball game that has me so totally confused as the ending to this one.
The American team reacted bitterly, refusing to accept their silver medals. To this day, U.S. players insist that they really won the game. Whatever the outcome, the Soviet team's official victory trumpeted the notion that basketball had become a truly international game, and likely paved the way for the entry of professional players 20 years later. By that time, of course, the Cold War was over, but memories of a bitter U.S. defeat in 1972 lingered.